Why would I take someone's money and why would I already try to sell them on my service, on my coaching program, if I'm not even sure that they are going to like it or they are going to find anything valuable in the program? It doesn't make any sense. And so I'm really just being genuine with them by saying, hey, I'm not exactly sure if I can help you. Could you maybe just tell me more about your goals of the moment? And then I'll see if any of my coaching packages work for you. And this is a hack that all of you entrepreneurs out there can steal, because this hack right here, because of the fact that you genuinely want to make sure that you can help the person, you also at the same time make yourself look less about money, which the person subconsciously appreciates and which the person starts to give you trust for and start to appreciate you for. And again, like whenever I ask that question, whenever I say those kinds of things like, hey, let's talk about your goals first and see if I can help you. It's like the person literally opens up. It's like the barrier is down. We broke a huge brick of wall and now we can interact. I can really get to know them. We can really speak about, hey, I struggle with craving. My husband doesn't like me anymore. I want to work for my health, etc., etc. And so really based on the conversation that I have with that person, sometimes I would stay with them on the phone. Sometimes I'll keep texting them. We'll just keep texting back and forth, and then we'll decide if you want to move forward with any of my offers. Sometimes I take the step to just tell them, hey, I got some time here. You can look at my calendar. Let's just hop on a call and talk better so that I can see how to like really support you. Okay. And this is what we call a consultation call in the field of coaching, which is where we pretty much just establish exactly where somebody is in their journey. And this has been even more valuable because on the call we build genuine connection. We really understand how to vibe with each other, and then it always becomes so natural for them in the end. Whenever I speak about, hey, would you like to sign up? Does everything look right for you? Would you be against the idea of getting signed up today? And then I just tell my price and okay, let's do this. So that has been a very amazing thing that happened to me recently, which is really the fact of delaying the sale, delaying the price and not putting the price first whenever somebody reaches out to you. You need to put the person first before you put the price, because when you start to like really just focus on the person, and again, as a coach, as someone who works in coaching and who interacts with people to help them solve their problems, you really need to have a certain obsession with where is this person really at the moment and can I actually help them? And you can just like fully be open with them with, okay, hey, I think we could be a good team together. I'm convinced that I can help you. Here are my prices. What do you think of it? The fact of putting the person before the price has really helped me a lot in just selling. Trying to not sell has been a way for me to sell, basically. But again, that brings us to another issue, which is how do I get people to reach out to me? How do I get people to contact me? How do I get leads? That's how we call them. A lead is basically a person that has your contact and that you have the contact and that could potentially be interested in purchasing your product. And so if you're not known and if you are not able to create a certain flow of leads, aka lead generation, then nothing is going to happen. You could have the best product ever, you could have the best soul, or you could be the most kindest person ever. You could be Santa Claus, but if you cannot get people to look at you and to get in touch with you, then nothing's going to work. If you cannot get people to trust you, nothing's going to work. If you don't give people a reason to reach out to you, nothing's going to work, which is what brings me to the second point, something that I've really doubling down on over the past couple of months, which is to just do free stuff and offer as much free stuff and showcase my services, my products, and my knowledge for free. So there's actually 4 ways I do this. The first way is to simply just by being out there on social media, trying to share all kinds of videos about anything that I know, anything that I've learned, anything that I see with my clients, etc., just to create a certain awareness in my viewers' minds to let them understand that, hey, Christian does this whole nutrition and physical transformation thing. Maybe I will reach out to him when I'll be ready, or maybe, hey, Christian made this exact video right here that really spoke to me. I want to reach out to him because I connected with him a lot on this video right here. I cannot tell you the number of times where a newly signed client have told me that. They would get in conversations with me and they would be telling me things such as, I've been watching your videos for years, for months, and I really connect with them. I think it is time that I reach out to you and work with you. And so social media is a very powerful tool that either create awareness or that either cultivates interests in the mind of someone who might not be ready today, but who might be ready after months or weeks or after a certain period of time of you keeping on nurturing them and feeding them with your content and your knowledge. So that's the first way that I try to, generate leads and generate connection. The second way is by offering free things. So the different free things that I usually offer is either free access to me, like literally telling people that, hey, this service right here is worth 800 RMB for 1 hour, but for you, I'm gonna make it for free if you wanna have a free call with me. It's either free coaching, free webinar, free course, free PDF, any kind of free stuff that, and this is also the thing, you don't want to give away shitty free stuff. You want to actually give away the best things that you have. And I know that this is gonna fuck with some people's minds, but look at this. Just look at things from this perspective. Let's imagine that you do a giveaway and that you give something away for free and that you are scared that the person is gonna take you for granted. Like, hey, I'm giving away my best things, so now I'm not gonna have any source of revenue. No, shut the hell up. If you're not scared, this is something that I've learned from Alex Hormozy. If you're not scared from the stuff that you're giving away, then that means that the stuff you're giving away is not worth it. Your stuff that you give away needs to be so valuable and so packed and so interesting and so impressive and so life-changing that it directly gives people an idea of how it would actually look like to work with you. Like, they will directly think, if this is what this guy does for free, what can he do once I start paying him? In the mind of the right people, okay, that's how it is gonna go. That's how it is gonna work. Which again, this is purely what have happened with me because, well, I give away nice, also impressive free stuff. But seriously, guys, if you want to give away things, you need to really give away something that you know will be a problem solver, that you know will be game changing for the person reading it, so that if they don't sign up with you, if maybe they just use the resource, then 2 things are going to happen. Maybe later on they will eventually sign up with you, or maybe they'll recommend someone to go speak to you. Okay, that's it. All right. So it's really just about posting something. Hey guys, I have this free resource right here. Who wants it? And then I just send it in all kinds of group chats. I post it on all of my social media, and there's always, whenever I share something for free and whenever I do a giveaway, I got a minimum of 10 people sending me messages, sending me that, hey, I'll be interested in it. And also, this is where things become even more, this is where I turn things up even more. To those 10 people, I ask them, hey, would it be cool if you reshare this giveaway right here around you to a friend or 2 friends that could be interested? And then they would reshare it. So now I got 10 people who initially reached out to me to get my free stuff, and I'm also gonna have those 10 same people posting the exact same stuff, which then usually brings another 10 people too, which then gets me into a cycle of just, hey, could you refer this, could you refer this, could you refer this? And in the end, I got a bunch of new people added to my contact list, and I got a bunch of people that now I can speak to. And this is also where I start to practice the hack number 1, which is to create result-driven conversations. Okay, like all those people that reach out to me after inquiring for free stuff, I don't just give them the free stuff. I just tell them, hey, what are the issues that you have at the moment regarding health or fitness? Because I'm preparing another course. Maybe it could help you. Again, people before program, people before price, people before service. You really want to look at them as people that you can help, but not necessarily as people from whom you can take their money, because people feel that shit. People feel it when you're all about money, and people feel it when you're all about shoving your shitty services down someone's throat. So what I do is I literally just reverse engineer that. I keep my services in the back of the conversation. I try to really not speak about it at all unless I really feel like my service could help that person. Until then, I'm not even gonna speak about the service, okay? And so I ask to the person, hey, okay, so what are your goals? What do you want to do at the moment? Okay, I'll say back and forth, and then we might get into a conversation. So 2 ways there already, guys. The first way was to pretty much generate and have genuine conversation in which you deeply care about the person and you really just try to sit and create genuine positive relationship with the person. The second way is because in order for you to get a certain flow of people to whom you want to speak, you need to create a flow of a funnel that will bring new people to you. And this is why doing free stuff or giving away free stuff is going to work, because that might tickle someone's interest. Someone might be looking at you, one person might be watching you right now and they might not really be interested in your content that much, but then there's going to be this random thing right here that you speak about, that exact topic right here that you share and that you are inviting people to interact with you on, that is going to get that person to get like, oh shit, okay, now this guy speaks my language, now I'm going to reach out. That's how it works. So by doubling down on these things, really, like I actually block time in a day to always think of a new thing to give away. What is the biggest problem that the person that I want to help dealing with? What are the things that keep them awake, and what are the things that hold them back in their fitness journey? I always think of those things and I always brainstorm, about those things so that I can come up with the idea of something free to offer those people so that they come into my network. The second thing that I always do is to take time to have conversations with people that are in my network but are not necessarily buying my services yet. And it's so simple. The thing is, it's so simple. It's not even about marketing tactics, about running Instagram ads, about partnering up with influencer, about trying to find any sort of bullshit gimmicks. It's just trying to really act on the purpose and act on the intention of trying to help people and trying to reach so many people so that you can help even more people. That's what have gotten me to double my incomes over the past 2 months, which is crazy. Brings us to the third point, and then I'm going to let you guys go. The third thing that I do in order for me to generate even more flow of people coming my way is simply by trying to brighten up someone's day. Okay, what I mean by this is, and this is also something else that I always take time to do every morning. How I start my days, guys, is I wake up, I go in the shower, I wash my face. I don't recite any sort of affirmation because I'm a realistic person. I'm not delusional, trying to speak about how I'm amazing or that I'm wealthy and I'm abundant and stuff. I don't do that shit. For those of you who do it, sure, I hope it works, but I don't believe in that. I believe in execution. Like if I want to become confident, if I want to become abundant, I might as well just get my ass to work and do the things that actually makes me become confident and makes me become abundant. If I want to grow bigger biceps, I'm not gonna go in front of my mirror and yell at my face, I got big biceps, I am fit, I am amazing, even if my body does not even speak of what I try to reach for. I'm the type to execute over wishing. I digress. So I wake up and I come down, I make my coffee, and as I sip on my coffee, one thing I do is I open my Instagram, okay, and I pretty much just go through all the posts that have been posted recently in Beijing. What I do on each one of those posts is I drop a like and I drop a comment. Hey, I love this post, go. That's what I do for 1 hour every day. If someone is if I see that someone is like really fitness oriented, if I see that someone is like really, if I, again, people before anything, if I see that someone is kind of like, I really connect with someone's content, I'll just directly send them a message like, hey, I really love what you do, just send in support, etc., etc. And then if they reply, going back to the first step, conversation, results-driven conversation, people before the problem. And so that's always what I do every morning, which have been able to get me always a certain flow and a certain number of new people coming in my messages with whom I was able to either bring them into my coaching program, purchase one of my coaching packages, or get them to refer me and to recommend me to some friends of theirs that will be interested. So I guess what I'm going to summarize this talk with is that the main thing that I've done over the past 2 months to double my income, as well as double my revenue, as well as double my clients' roster, was to just find ways to firstly drive more eyeballs towards my face, to get people more aware of who I am, to get people to know that, hey, there's this Christian guy right here doing this and this and this. And secondly, to make it easy for those people to have access to me and to get in touch with me. And thirdly, to do my best to provide value in our conversation instead of trying to sell from the get-go. These three things right here, as simple as they sound, okay, it's simple, but it's not easy because you actually need a lot of time for you to actually get into meaningful and genuine conversation in which you actually try to get to know the person, but not just conversation in which you ask each other, hey, how are you? I'm good, thank you, etc., etc. That's not the conversations that I have with people. But every day I try to like really go deep, like, hey, what do you like about living in Beijing? What do you like deep conversation. We go deep, 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 not just surface level. So it's simple, but not easy because it takes a lot of brain work. It takes actual, genuine interest in people. But I believe that it's not impossible. It is simple, not easy, but also not impossible as long as you can make the time for it. All right, guys. So again, pretty proud of myself for the growth that my company has seen since I founded it. With this said, I might give another disclaimer, which is that I'm not sure if I'll be able to sustain this double growth or if I'll be able to improve it. I obviously have a lot of control on my actions, and I know that I'm going to do the exact same sets of tasks that will allow me to potentially repeat the same thing. But again, we never know. In terms of business, as well as in terms of working for myself and doing my things, I know for a fact that it's very up and down in the whole world of entrepreneurship. There could be days where you do exactly what you're supposed to do, where you do exactly the right thing, but nothing just moves, like nothing just comes to you. And so I am kind of like expecting the same thing to happen. However, I'm pretty confident this time though. But anyway, so that was my top tips, okay? If I could summarize, the first tip is to spend at least a decade working on the same thing, because I really believe that's where it came from. I think I've become knowledge and skilled because there's a lot of other things that I'm also able to do and that I do that I did not necessarily speak about today. The culmination of all the years of trying and all the years of doing and trying to help people and of putting myself out there have definitely led me to be who I am today and to be so good at, generating that flow and that growth in my business. So anyone who is currently getting started, give yourself time, and during that time, try to learn as much as possible how to interact with people, and try to learn as possible also how to have conversations, and try to learn as much as possible how to put yourself on social media and to leverage social media. Because once you have these two skills, then everything just kind of flows naturally. Mostly if you double down on leads acquisition, leads generation. If you have the skill if you have conversational skills, if you have a good service, something that can really change people's lives, and that also if you have the ability to always create a flow of people coming your way, a flow of new people getting in conversations with you, you will win, honestly. As for me personally, as I said, it's been amazing because I feel like I'm currently mastering those three skills and that my business is seeing tremendous growth. But again, as I said earlier, I'm not sure if it's gonna last. So, guys, thank you all for watching and thank you all for listening today. I hope this was valuable to any of you guys, and I'll catch you guys in another video or another podcast in maybe another month, because I know I have not been consistent at all with this. But anyway, it is what it is. I'm a business owner, not an influencer.